Just a second. Good morning, you're Carly Davis. Could everyone please hold it down? So Ms. Davis, you were late for court. I forfeited those bonds. I'll recall those forfeitures. It is extremely important that you are on time to court. Do you understand? And so your cases are set for trial to begin with jury selection next week. Is everyone ready?
Your Honor, I think that my client has something she'd like to request of you.
Judge, before we get to that, given this defendant's recent violations of the drug patch, I'd ask that she be drug tested today.
So the drug patch, I have prescription. We've been
Okay.
going, yeah, that we've been doing that. We got the prescription. It's the same one. There's nothing different. Otherwise, I would absolutely agree with you. So you're not driving, correct? Right. So that was part of that agreement. And so what do you have to say?
With all due respect, I have, after our last time in front of you, I had signed a plea rejection. And it was, Mr. Leach had told me the offer right before we came in here that morning. And you asked if I had signed a plea rejection on the tablet. She stated no, so we went in the hallway and signed it. That plea rejection was different than the one that she had offered me right as we were at the elevator. So I was a little confused and it didn't click until we were already, it was over. I was still here waiting for my Uber and I sent her a text and I never heard anything back. And I've tried to call several times. She finally had texted me about a month later and said she had been out. She would call me the next day. And I can show records of where I've been trying to get a hold of her and.
So what
Your
do you-
Honor, I just have my phone records.
Well,
that-
yeah, it could have
not
been
true.
30 days. I mean, there's not all that adds up because it's only been 30 days since your last court date. Here's the thing. I just need to know if we're going to trial or not. Do you want to, if you want to take a plea offer, then you guys can discuss that this morning and we can get it taken care of. But your case is set for trial next week. I'm not changing attorneys. I'm not setting it for anything. I will order the cases for trial tomorrow after my jail docket. And so you'll know then what the trial order is for next week, but after today, there won't be any plea agreements accepted. Do you understand that? So do y'all want to visit for a minute or do you want to go forward with trial?
Probably.
Visit for a minute? Okay, I'll hold it. Y'all go visit.
Thank you.
Thanks, ma'am.
Beyond this Tori Anderson, we did reject. And that was the name on her driver's license. She got pulled over. I don't know how they got Tori Anderson. That is her maiden name, but
Okay.
Tori Stan was her name.
Ms. Malfino, I guess if the state wants to maybe look into that and.
I will,
Add that
and I'll make
potential.
an amendment if necessary down the line.
All right, ma'am. So Tori Anderson is your maiden name. So that is you, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so Ms. Anderson, in the cause number 25 DCCR 1165, you're charged with the third-degree felony offense of evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle. That's from July 31st of 2025. And what that means, ma'am, is that if you go to trial and you're found guilty by a jury, the range of punishment would be between 2 years and up to 10 years in prison. Do you understand?
Yes,
Answer out
ma'am.
loud. Thank you. And I have here on the tablet a plea bargain rejection that has your signature on it with Mr. Parker's. That shows that the district attorney's office has made an offer, if you wanted to enter a plea of guilty, to reduce that
To evading.
to a misdemeanor evading with a 1 year deferred probation. Is that your understanding of the offer?
That I rejected it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, I'm not guilty.
Okay. So then what I'll do, is there a video? Have y'all had an opportunity to
There's a
review?
video and I've talked to Ms. Mafino about it and it's pretty consistent with what she's told me and
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure. So Ms. Anderson, I'll get your case set for trial. And Ms. Anderson, Mr. Parker has been appointed to represent you at this point. He's one of the attorneys who handles a lot of cases for me as a court-appointed lawyer. With your permission, I can release him and appoint another attorney today who could begin preparation for trial a little quicker. Is that okay with you? It's up to you. You can keep Mr. Parker or you can get another attorney.
I'll keep what I have. I'm not interested in changing.
Sure. All right, Mr. Parker, we'll begin preparation for trial. Make sure you stay in touch with Mr. Parker so that you'll know when to be back and ready for trial, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead.
If I may, and this is no way directed at Mr. Parker. He has discussed this case multiple times with me. We have exchanged notes. I have watched the video and taken notes myself on it and relayed some information. I agree that some parts of it are consistent, but I would just ask, again, not directed at Mr. Parker, but at Ms. Anderson, that she watch it before we get to jury selection.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Parker, if you, Ms. Anderson, make sure you make an appointment, go visit with Mr. Parker so you can watch the entire video, visit about everything. If there's any change before that trial date, let me know ahead of time, because once you get to the trial date, I don't accept plea agreements. So y'all visit before then, don't wait till the last minute, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You're free to go.
Thank you.
Good morning. Mr. Smith on Eric Segrist. Good morning. Are you Eric Segrist?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Segrist was previously in court, entered a plea of guilty to burglary of a habitation, 2nd degree, and that was for a 10-year term in prison to be probated. I received that pre-sentence report. Have you all had an opportunity to review that report?
Yeah, Judge. Yes, Judge.
Additions, corrections, explanations?
Well, Judge, I did speak with Mr. Segrist about some of his statements he made during the PSI report. And I think it was a situation where I think he stated that he didn't feel guilty, but I don't think that was the issue. I think it was more the remorse. He does understand that he was guilty.
Did you
for what
break
happened.
through the window or did you
Yes.
fall through the window?
I fell through it. Like, I'm being honest. Like, I was at the neighbor's house. I used to live there, and I was at the neighbor's house. I had one shoe on, and like I was playing the video games with her son, like next door, and I called her and I said, "Hey, you know,
So this says you went to knock on the bedroom window and fell through it.
call her." And
Okay, so here's the thing. I have a couple of issues, Mr. Segrist. Number one, if you did not do what they charged you with,
yes,
then you're not guilty and you need to go to a jury. But the second, Mr. Smith, did you have an opportunity to see that there's still apparently some issues with contact?
There is, Judge. She did not contact me until, when she thought that it was probation that contacted her, so
Have you reached out to her?
I have not.
Okay,
I have met with her. I brought her in. That was one of the reasons we offered this deal. It wasn't what I wanted to offer, based on the facts of the case. But she was
Here's what
reluctant to
I-
come in to testify in trial. Sounds like that has changed, but I think she vacillates.
so let's do this. I'm not going to reject today. I'm going to reset the case for 2 weeks. Mr. Smith, I'm going to ask if you'll get in touch with her and see what her position is with regard to these allegations. If there's actually some video footage and things like that, I think that would be important for the deal and potentially a bond. Mr. Segrist, and I'm sure Mr. Lewis went over this with you, there's some allegations that you are still contacting or harassing, being around potential in the past. I mean, if you're the one that is on video doing the things that she's saying is happening, you're going to be in jail in about 1 week. You understand?
yes, ma'am.
So I don't know what's going on. I am going to order that today, by the end of the day, you are required to have a GPS monitoring device put on.
Yes, ma'am.
You can talk to your attorney and you can talk to your bondsman. They will tell you where you can get that done. It has to be on by 5 o'clock today.
Yes,
I need proof of it. So you need to get proof to your attorney so he can get it to me.
yes,
If you don't have a GPS monitoring device on by 5 o'clock today, there will be a warrant issued for you at 5:05.
yes, ma'am.
And you are to have absolutely no contact, no communication. No, you cannot go to her work, her other family, her anywhere that she is. You cannot be there. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
If you're somewhere in a store or something and she shows up, you're the one that has to leave. Doesn't matter if you're there first. Does that make sense also?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely.
This is you and your ability to stay out of potentially a prison for a very long time to follow these rules. If you choose not to, then you will end up in prison. Do you understand? I don't have to accept this plea agreement. You can go to a jury and let them hear all of this and see if they want to buy the story of you fell through a window. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks. You're free to go. Good morning. Are you Tashawn Bass? And this is 25 DCCR 0832 and 0833. Mr. Bass is charged with aggravated sexual assault of a child in each of those cases. And Mr. Rojas, what is the announcement?
Judge, speaking with Ms. French, I think we were here last time. She was going to get in touch with the mom who's has custody of the complaining witness in this case. I think she has the information that the child is not living with the mom, she's living with dad.
With father in another city.
Okay.
Also, I would like to take a closer look at these indictments before we go forward. So if we could have one more reset,
Okay.
I would appreciate it.
All right. So I'll reset it one more time. This will be the last reset for an announcement. So y'all get whatever information you need. Mr. Rojas visit with Ms. French, and then we'll see where we get. And Mr. Bass, make sure you stay in touch with Mr. Rojas so that you guys are ready to make an announcement at that next court date. All right, you're free to go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. Are you Luciano Richard?
Yes.
And will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
Sure.
All right, ma'am. In cause number 25, DCCR 1611, you're charged with the state jail felony offense of theft of property with previous convictions, and that's from August 14th of 2025. The indictment alleges that you were previously convicted of theft October 14th of 2022, and then after that was final, June 27th of 2024. And how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty.
And are those two prior convictions true?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you enter your plea of guilty and true freely and voluntarily? And because you actually did what they charged you with?
Yes, ma'am.
I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Rojas?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you fully understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 5-year deferred probation. There would be a $500 fine, and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. And part of that would also include a no contact order with Ibriana Bell. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any restitution?
None, and I believe they have stopped, so there's no restriction.
Okay. Do you also understand, if you're not a US citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law?
Yes.
State tenders number 1.
No objection.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Ms. Richard is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
And what's the state's position with regard to PSI?
The court may want a PSI in this case. There's criminal history, albeit misdemeanor criminal history, other than the theft.
All right, so
The thefts, I should say.
I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and understand the nature and the consequences of your plea.
Judge, also, there may be some restitution if we can have probation. look at
Sure.
that.
Yeah, the theft from HEB, Judge, I thought that they'd stop them and recover the items with Mr. Rojas.
We'll get it looked at.
There may be some things they didn't get back.
So I find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case for sentencing so that the probation department can do a pre-sentence report. That'll give me more information about you and your case, and then we'll come back later for sentencing. Also, if there's any restitution, that can be determined between now and then as well.
Yes.
You need to stop on your way out of the courtroom today and talk to probation, and she's sitting at that desk right over there.
Yes.
All right, we'll see you back at sentencing. Morning, are you Whitley Shepherd? And Mr. Rojas, for your client, waive the formal reading of the indictment.
You will, Your Honor.
Ms. Shepherd, in cause number 25 DCCR 1146, you're charged with the 2nd-degree felony offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And that's from June 1st of 2025. And how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you did what they charged you with? I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marked as exhibit number 1. Before you sign these, did you go over them with Mr. Rojas? Do you fully understand that? And do you understand if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 5-year deferred probation. There would be a $1,000 fine and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. Is that your understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you also understand if you're not a U.S. citizen that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? State tenders number 1.
No objection.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Ms. Shepherd is not competent?
Oh, yeah.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily, find that you're mentally competent and understand the nature and the consequences of that plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case for sentencing. So the probation department can do a pre-sentence report that'll give me more information about you and your case, and we'll come back later for sentencing. You need to stop on your way out of the courtroom today and talk to probation, and she's sitting at that desk right there. All right, we'll see you back at sentencing. Thank you, Mr. Rojas. Good morning. Are you James McEwen?
Aye.
And this is cause number 25 DCCR 1186. Mr. McEwen is charged with theft of property. And what is the announcement?
Yeah, this is a first setting, and this is a theft by, basically a theft by check case. To fill out for some
Transmission work.
transmission work. And I'm having my clients put together a bunch of bank records to show there was a.
Okay, I'll just need some more time. So Mr. McEwen, I'll reset any issues with resetting. I'll do a normal reset to give you time. Mr. McEwen, anything that you think is important for Mr. Smith to have, make sure you get that to him quickly so he can get it to Mr. Coleman. They can discuss your case and you can see what your options are. All right, thank you. You're free to go. All right, thank you. Good morning, sir. You're Bart Thibodeau. And Mr. Thibodeau was previously in court and cause number 25 DCCR 0339. Entered a plea of guilty to the state jail felony offense of solicitation and prostitution. I've received that pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review the report?
I had, all right.
I have, Judge, and if I may,
Yes.
I have shared my feelings with Mr. Ward based on the length of time I've been before your honor. Know, Your Honor, that this PSI obviously is less than to be desired. Obviously, Mr. Ward and I neither one knew about the lengthy Calcasieu Parish issues, which can be supported by the fact that there's no disposition on them. So I'll
Right.
refer to what you think is best.
It's very difficult over there,
Yes, it is.
unfortunately. But obviously, Mr. Thibodeau, you've been in and out of trouble in court since 1987 over in Louisiana. And now we're here and starting in Jefferson County. Where do you live?
Sulfur.
Okay. Are you on any kind of probation currently or parole or anything in Louisiana?
Judge, obviously, our thought in offering the plea on the solicitation case was so that type of behavior would be flagged rather than necessarily the drug. That somebody would see it. over
Yes,
there.
no, I'm fine. I don't disagree with that. I guess an issue that I have is that we don't know if there's an actual felony conviction. We just know that there's been some felonies. Those are typically mostly back in the 90s, other than the one. The obstruction of justice over in Calcasieu Parish. It looks like in 2022, there was a 2-year probation. Did you successfully complete that? All right. Anything else?
No,
All right, so I'm going to find that you previously entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to follow this agreement. I'm going to defer all proceedings and place you on probation for 4 years. You're ordered to pay a $1,000 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. If you do that, this is a great opportunity because you don't have this conviction on your record. And if you successfully complete the probation, at the end, the case will be dismissed and you will never have this felony conviction. The other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of probation, which based on your criminal history, I have some concerns about you being successful. I hope you are, and I hope you change whatever it is that's going on in your life and it's been going on in your life. But if you violate, you're right back in here. You'll be convicted. You'll have a felony conviction. You can go to the state jail prison between 6 months and up to 2 years. Do you understand? I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. You need to have a seat here in the courtroom. Probation will call you up to her desk when she's ready to go over your paperwork. And I will sign that dismissal as part of this agreement in clause number 25, DCCR 0755. All right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Good.